In our modern life, on several important matters, we are preoccupied with what others think about us. Our career, our financial situation, our address, the way we carry ourselves, there's too much of attention on what others think. Whereas what really matters is how we think about ourselves. I will come to this in a moment, but here is a quick question of reflection for you. How does your pattern, your consistent pattern of thinking, acting, and feeling impact your life? Reflect on this. I will come back and address this with the three pillars that I'm going to talk about in this video. So stay with me and do leave your learnings in the comment section so that I know what has worked for you. Now, coming back to where we are in our life. Sit for a moment and consider all those thoughts that run in your mind, the narratives. How you think of yourself, who you are, how you think of your physicality, your health, your financial situation, your skills. How do you think about your relationships? How do you think about where do you want to get in life? How do you think about the various achievements that you want to have in your life? What you will find is a very consistent pattern where you would say, once I have this or once I reach this, this is the kind of outcome or impact that it will have. And then I will be happy, I'll be satisfied, I will be settled, I will be secure, I will be respected, I will be powerful, etc., etc., etc. There are also those narratives which say only the winners are remembered, losers are forgotten, etc. And several of these kind of statements are influencing us very heavily. In that scenario, the narratives that we carry in our head are often narratives of guilt, anger, jealousy, grief, or sorrow, full of remorse at times about what's happened. Or on the other side, it could be very egotistical, self-absorbed, very ambition-oriented, anger-oriented, aggression-oriented narratives that we are carrying in our life. So the first pillar that I want to leave with you is these narratives that we carry, our narratives, they are responsible for our emotions. If our narratives are positive, like we are confident about our learning capability, we are very clear about our values, we are very clear about values like compassion, respect, gratitude, about coexistence, winning with others. We are not in a hurry. We know that what takes time takes time. If these kind of values are there, if these kind of narrative exists in us, in our mind, then the emotions that we will have will mostly be of peace, joy, harmony, love. Otherwise, if it is victim mindset, if it's a prosecutor's mindset that we carry, or if it's a rescuer's mindset that we carry, and emerging from that, a lot of other narratives about being an aggressor, wanting to put on a show of power, or being dependent on others, or being a people pleaser, if those kind of narratives exist within us, then the emotions that we carry will be mostly negative ones, where we experience a lot of fear, confusion, anxiety, then also things like jealousy, greed, etc. So step number one, get a control of your narrative. In fact, I have done several videos on this. I will leave those links with you because your thoughts, your narratives are responsible for your emotions. That's the first rule that you need to understand. The second important rule that you need to remember is your emotions guide your energy. So when you are happy, you are joyous, you are harmonious, you are compassionate, you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling good about the world. Think of your energy. Your energy is welcoming, positive. It charges others. Others feel good in your presence. And that's the power of emotions. Whereas if you're constantly angry, irritated, jealous, greedy, you are power hungry, egotistical, you are very easy to excite, very easy to trigger, then look at the energy that you carry. So, positive emotions, positive energy, not so positive and destructive emotions, then not so positive and destructive energy that you carry. And that second principle is extremely important, because your energy is what others experience, and they get a sense of the kind of thoughts and the emotions that you have. If that energy is good, others will get attracted and they will think good of you. If that energy is not so good, then others will have those kind of words to speak about your reputation, about your actions, about your persona. So, principle one, your narratives control your emotions. Principle two, your emotions control your energy. And where that energy goes is how we act and the kind of things that happen. So remember the third narrative, which is your consistent patterns of thoughts, emotions, and energy. The narratives that you carry, the emotions that you carry, and the energy that you carry, the consistent pattern of that will dictate your actions, your behaviors, your interactions, your relationships. So if you see that you have an issue with anger, angry thoughts, angry energy, angry emotions, angry energy, all of those work into your life. If you are compassionate, then your compassionate thoughts, your compassionate emotions, your compassionate energy will work into everything in your life, and people around you will identify you with these consistent patterns, and then your reputation will be formed. And then you will only be left with either dealing with that reputation or living up to that reputation. Create a positive reputation for yourself, you will have a positive life around you. Create a negative reputation around yourself, you will be constantly battling people's opinions. They will resist you, they will challenge you. Your success will depend on that reputation, or your failures will depend on that reputation. So, coming back to the theme of what we spoke about, what we began speaking about, what you think about yourself matters. Understand, because that narrative is what is leading to all this impact. The narrative leading to emotions, emotions leading to energy, the energy, the emotion, the narratives, emotions, and energy, and the consistent pattern impacting your actions, behaviors, and the resultant reputation. Fix your narratives, fix your reputation, and fix the outcomes and the success in your life. I began by asking this question, that what is the impact of the patterns of your actions, behaviors, etc.? It's literally your success. If your patterns are positive in life, your success has a high probability. Yes, there is the element of chance of life, but if you have positive narratives, positive emotions, positive actions, your chances of success increase that much significantly. So, what you think about yourself really matters. You may have spent a life chasing others' approval, others' view of you, or battling that, or trying to change that. That's not the battle. Change your own narratives. You will change a lot of things about your life.